Nnamdi KANU submit video evidences against the federal government and DSS as judge fixes final date to end prosecution case. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again this very moment. Today's date is 22nd of May 2025, and I have come once again to give you this very important update for what transpired today at the Federal High Court Abuja between Nnamdi KANU, or should I say Biafrans, and the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. I don't want to talk too much. Let me first of all go straight, because I'm going to show you two different information from two different media platforms. So please, I want you to pay attention while I take you through the news. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Thursday, which is today, admitted into evidence videos of General T.Y. Danjuma, Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo, and the Director General of the Department of State Services DSS, Adeola Ajayi, in Nnamdi KANU's defense. Justice James Omotosho admitted the flash drive containing the three separate videos in a flash drive as Exhibit PWP and a certificate of compliance as Exhibit PWP1. Had it been that Barrister Ejimako knew or had the video of the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, where he categorically declared, explained, not allegation, explain with video, because he has video. He said on that very press conference that he has a video evidence where Nigerian police released Fulani terrorists that they arrested in Akwa Ibom State and gave back the AK-47, 18 AK-47 recovered from the terrorists. Nigerian police gave back the terrorists those AK-47 assault rifles because order came from above, from Abuja. A sitting governor, by the time that video was made, said this on a national television in the public. That one alone is a great evidence against the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, and another great evidence, another proof that every individual, every oppressed people, every group of people, every clan in the zoo must get ready for self-defense. Oh yes, even the governor said it, that they are being pushed to defend themselves. And you don't defend yourself with ordinary stick. No. Defending yourself with ordinary stick or your bare hands against Fulani, deadly Fulani invaders. Deadly Fulani invaders. We are talking about those they call bandits, herdsmen terrorists, who are coming with AK-47 assault rifles, and you want to defend yourselves with your bare hands. No, it doesn't happen like that. You have to match them with the same thing they are coming with. Now, the documents were admitted in evidence after Paul Erokoro-san, counsel for Nnamdi KANU, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra ipob, tendered them from the bar and were not opposed by the federal government lawyer Adeboyega Awomodo-san. The news agency of Nigeria now reports that the three videos were played in the open court, and the federal government witness, an operative of the DSS identified as BBB, was cross-examined by Erokoro Nan. So right now, let us see the second information from a different platform, and this one is coming from Channels Television. They said, the second prosecution witness in the ongoing trial of Nnamdi KANU has told Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja that the Eastern Security Network ESN, established by KANU, is an illegal group, unlike Amoteku, which is backed by law. Which law backed Amoteku? We want to know which law that backs Amoteku. Is Amoteku in the Constitution of Nigeria? The answer is no. So which law backed it? Or because it was formed by individuals known as governors. So tell me where the Constitution of the zoo says that any word spoken by governors or public office holders becomes a law. Tell me where it's written in the Constitution, because we're talking about law here. Even though I'm not a lawyer, I know the law. Tell me where it's written in the Constitution that any word spoken by an office holder, including Mr. President, has automatically becomes a law. Tell me where it's written in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If you tell me where it's written, I will submit myself. Tell me where it's written that anything that they say or do is lawful because they are, governors, so-called governors. They gathered together and formed a security outfit, a vigilante group, to safeguard the entire Southwest. Why did they do so? Because they have seen that police, army, DSS, Air Force, Navy, man o' war, civil defense, all of them do not have capacity to safeguard the people and properties of the people of the Southwest. Why do they not have the capacity? They do not have the capacity because they are being controlled from the center, from Abuja. Whoever that is there will use the police as their willing tool. They will send them to wherever they want them to go, not to guide the people, not to protect the people, not to protect the lives and livelihood of the citizens. No, rather to work for their own personal interest. Are you paying attention? So anybody or group of people can as well come together and form a security outfit to protect lives and properties of their own people. Because the same thing that is happening in Southwest is what is happening in the Southeast. Tell me what is the difference. Now, testifying under the codename BBB, the witness made the claim while being re-examined by the prosecution counsel Adeboyoga Awomolosan, who asked him to compare the activities of Amotekun and ESN. What is the activities, please, if it's not security? The witness stated that Amotekun was established through laws passed by the House of Assembly of the 6 Southwest states, whereas the ESN has no legal backing for its existence. You see? You see that? Amotekun was established without the knowledge of the so-called House of Assembly. There was absolutely nothing like that. We all were here when it happened. I was recording the news. I was giving the news as a news broadcaster. I was giving the information live and direct when it happened. Oh yes, I remember vividly. It was after the 6 Southwest governors went to Abuja to visit the then Vice President, Yemi Osibanjo. Yemi Osibanjo told them, because he was under pressure, to tell the Southwest governors to disarm Amotekun. Yemi Osibanjo told them to disarm Amotekun. Rather, they should be given, double barrel and pump action. That is when they went back to Southwest from Abuja and told their House of Representatives in their respective states to give it backing. That is what happened. But the moment Amotekun was formed, there was nothing like House of Assembly, House of Representatives backing it, whatever. There was nothing like that. And when that backing came, it was not dissolved. Listen, Amotekun was not dissolved before the backing. Amotekun was already on existence without backing of House of Assembly or Representatives. So what they would have done is to first of all dissolve Amotekun after it was formed, so-called illegally, because nowadays in the zoo now, when you try to protect yourself, it becomes illegal, yet the state lacks the capacity to protect you. So they should have disbanded Amotekun. After disbandment, wait for the House of Assembly or Representatives to give it legal backing, and then they will now reform it. That is how it should have been done. But they didn't disband it. It was on existence when the House of Assembly was, gathering to give it legal backing. So ESN remains legal in as much as it was a security outfit formed to protect the people against the Fulani invaders. It's very simple. If you don't like it, you don't take it, you go and deal with it. Now, he further testified that the Director General of the Department of State Services DSS had at some point advocated for community policing initiatives to combat insecurity on the condition that such efforts receive guidance and approval from recognized security agencies. We have that video. He told the entire Nigerian to organize themselves, community by community. Organize yourself and defend yourself against terrorists. I want to know if he talked about the former chief of army staff, T.Y. Danjuma. But let's continue. Now, earlier during the hearing, Defense Counsel Paul Erokoro-San tendered 3 video recordings containing in a flash drive, which the court admitted into evidence. The 3 videos were subsequently played in open court. In one of the recordings, the DG of the DSS was seen speaking at a public event where he encouraged communities to create a first line of defense against bandits and other external threats. You see, he was heard saying, the practical approach to mobilizing people is to get everyone involved. Everyone involved. It is impossible for the security agencies to deploy to every part of the country. You see, this is the DG, the Director General of DSS that is holding Nnamdi KANU, is the one saying that it is impossible. He used that word there, outline it, my people. Impossible. Look at it. It is impossible for the security agencies to deploy to every part of the country. What we need to do is to make communities set up a first line of defense. We have to allow some level of armament for the community to rise and defend themselves first, but under the guide and approval of security agencies. The time to start it is now. When asked by Erokoro whether the DSS DG was not effectively calling for communities to arm themselves, the witness clarified that the DG had specifically noted that such efforts must be under the supervision of security agencies. Another video played in court showed former Defense Minister General Theophilus Danjuma speaking at a public forum. In the footage, Danjuma alleged that some members of the armed forces were not neutral in the ongoing unalivings across the country. Upon identification of Danjuma as the speaker, Erokoro asked the witness to comment on the implication of Danjuma's remarks. The witness declined. Oh, the witness declined. He declined because sorry for using that word. He now declined. The witness declined, stating that Erokoro should direct such a question to Danjuma himself. You see? But you did not say direct the word of the DG of DSS to him. You were there now, Feriano. But Oluziel and Keju Ejidegi na tight corner. You should direct him, you should direct the word to T.Y. Danjuma himself. You see? Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Now, the third video featured the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodimma, lamenting ongoing unalivings in his state and attributing them to the actions of unnamed politicians. We also have that video. Erokoro questioned whether Uzodimma's statement contradicted the witness' earlier claim that members of the indigenous people of Biafra, ipob, were behind the unalivings in Olo, Imo State. How? How can you explain that? How do you explain that? How? Uzodimma has said it several times that those behind the unaliving in Imo State, Olo to be precise, are those he called political opponents. He said he has said it many times, not even once. Now, the witness maintained that the DSS position was based on the findings of its investigation. Oh, so DSS all the way from Abuja now has first-class information than the governor of the state, the chief security officer of the state, the chief security officer. Did you get that? The chief security officer, meaning that anything about security in his state lands on his table. First, he should be having first-class information of anything that has to do with security in his own state. That is how it is. Now, our investigation revealed those who were unalived by suspected ipob members, and we mentioned their names. The governor did not mention any names of the people he said were unalive. The witness said, oh, you mentioned names of those that were unalived, but you did not mention the names of those that unalived them. You did not mention the names of those that unalived them, but you mentioned the names of those that were unalived. You see your life? He affirmed that ipob was proscribed by a court order and that KANU remained a member both before and after the group's proscription. When asked about his knowledge of the NSAS protest, the witness stated that the demonstrations were a response to calls for the disbandment of the Police Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SAS). He added that he was aware that several states, including Lagos and the National Human Rights Commission, had established commissions of inquiry to investigate the protests and related incidents. He agreed with Erokoro that the report issued by the Lagos State panel did not name IPOB as a participant and did not categorize the protest as act of terrorism. Oh, so why were you calling Nnamdi KANU in the same NSAS protest? Nah, the zoo keep on shooting themselves in the foot. The zoo keep on implicating themselves just by their own deeds. He agreed with Erokoro that the report issued by the Lagos State panel did not mention IPOB. Erokoro subsequently tendered the Lagos State Commission's report, which was admitted into evidence. I love that. Before adjourning proceedings for the day, Justice Omotosho directed the prosecution to conclude its case within 6 days and allocated 9 days for the defense to present its argument. Following an agreement by the parties, the judge adjourned further hearings to 28 and 29 May and 6, 16, 18, and 19th of June. Wow. So my people, I don't have much to say here. We will continue to follow this very matter to the logical conclusion, which is of course going to give birth to the freedom of Nnamdi KANU and subsequent exit of Biafra from the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Thank you, my people. And make it go viral.
To the courts now, the federal government witness in Nnamdi KANU's trial has told the Federal High Court that the Amotekun Corps is different from the Eastern Security Network because it is registered and also established by legislation from the various state assemblies in the Southwest. The day's proceeding started with counsel to Nnamdi KANU, Paul Erokoro, explaining why the defense team could not file the videos they wanted to play in court on time. Mr. Erokoro explains that they had to edit the videos to remove parts of them that were not relevant to the case. Justice Omotosho says it will give 6 days for the prosecution to call all their witnesses, regardless of how many witnesses they have. 9 days will be given to the defense to present their case after the prosecution has closed theirs. The courts then adjourn until the 28th and May 28th and 29th and June.
Thanks for tuning in to Smart Okason TV show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to keep the intellect flowing.